Alright, let's continue with the second part of this tutorial. So what I intend to do now is to add some components here, which will include labels and text box. I think I'm also going to need some buttons here, so let's get that over with. Alright, okay, let's close this. Now back in the code, so let me define some labels here. Okay, we start by entering as follows. So let me start with my reference number, so I'm going to call that LBL reference. That's my reference there, and that will be a label, actually label. So enter the following properties for this label. Okay, first of all, that's for frame 1. Okay, then the following properties, let me add a font. I can just copy this font here. I'm going to copy that, copy and paste that in there. The size of my font, maybe I should make that approximately 16, else it will be too large or too big. Okay, now the text, let's go for the text. The text equals let's just call that reference, really. So let's copy here, just paste it in there. That's my reference. Then border style, let's make that 16, comma, and I would also like to anchor it to the west, equals west. Alright, so let's go for west there. Now the next one is for me to now park this label, or just put it in a grid, actually. Okay, I think that'll be, let's go for dot grid. Let's go for rule equals 0, and the column equals 0 as well. Yeah, close that. That is the very first one, and let's add a text box for it. txt reference equals entry, and maybe just let's copy all of this, just copy it and change it, copy that and paste it right in here. Okay, and change this one to txt. Then that will be column 1. Yeah, that'll be in column 1, and okay, column 1, that's correct. Now let's come here. It will not require this. That will actually be text variable. So let's make that variable. I'm just gonna call it rand, which means random number. Okay, so the border, make that 10, and let's take this off and just insert width, and make that equals 4. Okay, what about the background color? Let's come here, press enter. Background color was powder blue. Yeah, and maybe justify it right. Justify equals right. Okay, alright, that might, I think that would do it for now. So let's just give it a run and see. Before I can run it, I think I'm going to have to declare that variable here. Let's go up here somewhere. Just declare it there, or I might just put them together in one place. Let's come in here, paste that variable there, and say equals string. Alright, okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it right here. Let's just leave it there. Okay, let's go to file and save and see how it will look like. Okay, let's see. Alright, we have the reference there, but it's an error. Right line is not defined. Alright, let's see why. There should be a speech mark there. Okay, let's try it again. Right, you see that, guys? So I'm now going to define a couple of those again, and or maybe just copy and paste. Then let's copy and paste. Why not? Copy. I'm going to copy that. Come right down here, paste, and just change the name of this. I'm going to call this fries, you know, like French fries. Okay, let's copy the fries along and paste it here. Fries and fries here, and here declare. That'll be my fries. Just declare a fries here, or fries there. Okay, let's just copy this and paste it right there. And we now need to, okay, position it. I would like this to be in column 1, rule 1, and this will be rule 1, column 1. Okay, so let's see, what else do we need? I have the fries there. I need to change these to fries and do that. Let's copy, and that will be fries, or fries meal or something, or large fries. Let's go for large fries. Large fries. Okay, so let's save this and see if this works fine. Then we just speed it up. That is it, guys. It's working how I want. So we can always enter whatever item we want in there, or number of item or meal. Okay, let's speed that up now. Okay, guys, I have now speed that up for 2 columns so far. I'm gonna need 2 extra columns. So let me just show it to you guys. Here are the first 2 that I developed, and now I actually speed it up from here up to here. Okay, from the burger meal, then up to cheese meal. Alright, and I've also declared all of the required variables here, so you guys can take it from here down. Okay, I suppose you can see the codes. Alright, so let's run it and see. File, let's run it and let's see what will happen. Okay, there we go. Well, you can see some spill over here. I think that's from the background color. That's how it looks right now anyway. So let's get rid of those excess background color. So the background color here, where is it? It's in, it's right here. So I'm just going to get rid of them. I don't need them anyway. Get rid of that, and let's see how it will look now. There, guys, you can see how clear it looks. Okay, maybe we can get rid of the background color here as well. Let's come back in here and just delete that too. Okay, that's not bad. So the next thing I want to do now is to add more layers here. So let's start on that. Okay, close that and close this. Take it down. Alright. You see, for this very first one, maybe we should just, let me comment it and just enter restaurant info 1. Okay, then the second one will just be restaurant info 2, so that I don't mix it up, or we don't mix it up. Just paste that there, info 2. Alright, I'm going to copy all of this. Just copy it all. Yeah, copy and paste it right underneath here. And then we'll need a button underneath here anyway. Buttons. And just modify this. Okay, I'll start by entering as follows. So the first one will be row 0, column 2. Okay, and which means this one too will now be column 3. Alright, so this one is column 2, that's column 3. Okay, why this one will become row 1, column right here, that will be column 2, and here will be column 3, row 1. So that's how it's going to be. Then we now need to change the text content. The text content on the very first one, I'm going to call this drinks. Okay, that's my drinks right there. And just change the name to LBL drinks. Let me just copy that. Just repeat the same thing for this and this. I've already declared a variable called drink up there, or drinks. Okay, which is right here. Let me show it to you guys. Drinks. So that's why I'm adding that variable here. Okay, yeah, think that would do it for the very first one. Now let me just comment it all out. Then if it works fine, we'll just take it from there. So comment it all. That's how you comment a whole or group comments anyway. Right, so let's see, hopefully that should work. Save and run it. There guys, you see that? Okay, that's what I want, but one of my objects here is missing. Okay, that's no problem. So what I will do now is just speed this up and get back to you guys. Okay guys, I've speeded up. This is how it looks. Let me show you the codes. Take it from here, restaurant info 2. Take it there. Let's take it down. Come right down all the way. Okay, so have a good look at it. You're gonna need it. Now let's scroll down, and that's it. Okay, so if we go back to the top of restaurant info 1, this is it. You can see the similarity in the codes. Take it down and down. Okay, suppose you can see it. Alright, so I will now run it. Let's run it. Right there guys, this is how it looks now. I like it. This is beautiful. Okay, but nothing is happening here. We can't do nothing. I would like the system to automatically generate reference there, and we'll be able to enter numbers here and so on. Okay, and we have all our total here, tabs and so on. So, but before we do that, we need some buttons here. Okay, so let's take care of the buttons now. Alright guys, right underneath here I intend to enter the buttons, so I will start by, let's call that BTN. The first button will be known as BTN total equals button. Okay, which means create a button for me and place that button inside frame 1. Okay, pad the button to the x-axis, make that 16, and also pad it to the y-axis, make that 16 as well. Now maybe we should make that 8. Okay, now border, let's make that 16. Okay, the font color, let's make that black. Alright, it's looking good. Now we need a font. Let me just copy that here, copy all of the font style and paste it right here. That's the font style in there. Now I will then define a width. I want my width to be approximately 10 pixels, and press enter. Let's say text on my button, make that total. That's the text on the button, and I want it to be powder blue, my favorite color. Okay, equals, make that powdered blue. There are some other colors there that you guys can use, but I just prefer that color. I like it. Alright, now command. What would be my command in this case? The command, I don't know yet, but I can just call it ref. Let me just call it ref. That'll be my command. So I have to write a function called ref. Okay, and now let's set that in role equals, make that rule 7. That'll be 7 because here I have rule 5, so that'll be rule 7. That's for a space actually, and column equals 1. Close that. But it's still not going to work. The only way to get it to work, so we have to write a function for this ref. Okay, what I'll do is, you see this very ref, let me just add all my function up here somewhere. Come up here, so declare a function and call the name ref. Okay, that's my function there. In fact, that's where I will use enter all of my data. X equals random, random dot run int as integer, so I'll just make up whatever value in here, maybe 2, whatever. I think that, yeah, that will do. And let's go up to maybe 50. Yeah, okay, so that should be generating random numbers for me. Come down here and just, let's go for random reference ref equals we then assign that to run dot set. Okay, dot set random reference. Random reference is very one, and hopefully that should take care of our random. The button is working, so we just need the system to select any of the numbers between this and that. Okay, let's see if it will accept 6 figures here. Yeah, let's give it a try. Run it and see. Let's see. Okay guys, look at that. It's working as we want. That's beautiful. I like that. Okay, let's create 2 more buttons. Okay, create 2 more buttons. Just before creating those 2 more buttons, since I'm up here, I might as well declare a function. I'll call that QExit. QExit. So that's very easy one. Just a root dot destroy. And that is all for that. So I'm going to have to call this. Then the other one is, let's call that clear. Now we should call it maybe reset. Call that reset. Okay, that's for my reset button. Now I now need to be able to clear all of these variables. There they are. Just copy all of them. Now go back, copy, paste it right underneath there, and clear each individual. Okay, so just clear it, copy that, and paste that right there. There, that's that cleared. Let's select it all and indent. Okay, copy this now and just repeat exactly the same thing for this. So that's how you reset your components. Yeah, that's that. Almost there now. There's 2 more, and there we go. That's it. That's the clear function, exit function. So if I come back in here now, let's create the last 2 buttons. Now that we have their functions ready, let's just copy, paste, and just change it around. Okay, call these resets. That's button reset, and the text content will be reset. Yeah. Okay, that is the command, is reset. So let's change that to reset. Okay, and this will be QExit, and this is btn exit. Okay, and in here we can enter exit as well. That's good. We now need to position each of these. Put this one in column 3, and this one will be column 2. So run it again, save. There we go guys, we have all our buttons. So if I enter, okay, my random numbers there, this is just to check if our reset works. As you can see, the reset button works, the exit button works. The only part of the total that works is just for the reference, so we need to take care of the rest of these components. The calculator also works. So with that, I'll call it the end of the second part of this tutorial. See you guys on the third and final part of this tutorial.